to the program. You know, I think a lot of Americans, they'd like to see Joe Biden, Alejandro Mayorkas, Dr. Fauci subpoenaed. What do you make of the news that Donald Trump has been formally subpoenaed by the January 6th Select Committee?
Well, and I have trouble considering this a committee at all because I'm familiar with what committees are supposed to be. And that is where you have people that are selected by both major parties to be on the committee. The party in the majority gets to have more people on there. But Pelosi made clear she was not going to allow the people selected by the Republican Party to be on there. So it's not really a legitimate committee. And they have perpetuated a fraud on the American people. And I can give you one specific personal example. They elicited, and apparently it sounds like they suborned perjury when they got a witness to say that I had asked for a pardon, and they put it out like I asked for a pardon for myself. I'm on record having requested, I think, about 8 pardons, but never for me. And it's still all over the media. Yeah, Gohmert asked for a pardon for himself, not for myself, ever, never. And they have perpetuated one fraud after another. And of course, then we find out from CNN that Pelosi's daughter was there to film things. But this is outrageous. People are concerned. I just got back from another spot in my district, a reception there, and it'd been traditional. Well, the home of former Congressman Charlie Wilson, the late, great Charlie Wilson. And these people are concerned about the price of things. They're concerned about their federal government not being honest. They're concerned about the Department of Justice and FBI being as big of frauds as the people they're supposed to be investigating. Those are the kind of things on their mind. But when this administration forced the price of energy up so dramatically, he enabled Russia to get an extra $60 billion to finance Russia's side of the war and then finance the Ukrainian side. So they want to go down in history as first to finance both sides of a major world war between Russia and Ukraine.
I mean, what a disaster. But let me ask you this, to think about how much time and money has been wasted on these January 6 hearings. If and when Republicans take control in January, what hearings will you want the American people to see that really matters to their everyday lives?
Mercedes, great question. And Jim Jordan, as the anticipated chairman of the Judiciary Committee, is going to have a bunch. We have got to have Mayorkas come before us. We've got to have our Attorney General come before us. We've got to have our FBI Director, Christopher Wray. There are so many improprieties. And listen, I know Jim's talked about the 14 FBI whistleblowers that provided information to our Republican staff on our Judiciary Committee. But I've had at least a dozen provide me personally information. I understand Senator Grassley has had about that number. There are so many FBI agents coming forward and talking about the fraud, the mismanagement, the actual abuse, and the actual crimes being committed within the FBI. And, you know, they talk about Mar-a-Lago, and I know you were talking about the previous guest about that situation. Let me tell you, there are so many abuses of secrecy on the 7th floor of the Hoover Building, the headquarters of the director and deputy director of the FBI, that I would humbly submit, based on what I've seen from whistleblowers, those documents are safer at Mar-a-Lago than they are on the 7th floor, the headquarters, the main floor for our FBI.
Well, Congressman Louie Gohmert, always a pleasure having you on with us, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Y'all are getting to the heart of matters better than the committee. Thank you.
We appreciate you. We try.